Gonna head to Varus for whiskey and
Stevedore?
darts.
Stevedore?
Not in that order.
God, it's so big. Talking about the game, of course.
Do you mind? I'm trying to file a report.
Hey.
Hey, Mardette. Oh, is Stevedore... Okay, so that's some type of job title, I'm guessing. The fuck is a Stevedore? Of course, Ty, just the game. Oh, restricted access, huh? See what's up the ladder. Oh, a whole lot of nothing. At least you can climb through your companions.
Wish we had bigger weapons, but no. Be careful about blowing holes in the hull.
Right? How stupid. Hey, Phineas Wells. Addition, forgery, conspiracy, conspiracy to commit conspiracy, unlicensed medical practice, destruction of board property.
That's quite the impressive list of infractions.
Several counts of public intoxication, destruction of groundbreaker property, unpaid docking fees, and resisting arrest. Okay. So overall, just kind of a douchebag.
Right this way.
Taste of freedom. Level 1 shit. 1 times barrel. Critical damage dealt. Okay. I really want to spend money on. This at 88%. They're all. Grenade launcher. Another plasma rifle. Shot cannon. Alright, that's all pretty much shit I have. Maybe do it. I'm buying this game right on, Sarge. Hopefully you enjoy it. I'm enjoying it so far.
Identification, please.
Present Hawthorne's ID.
Captain Hawthorne, you said. Let me apologize in advance. I'm about to ruin your day.
Of course.
According to your ship's record, you've been flagged by the board. Your ship will be impounded until such a time as they see fit to lift it.
But we've hardly been out of Edgewater long enough to get in trouble.
Well, isn't this wonderful? The captain's done something to get on the board's bad side.
Now, hold on. This isn't the end of the world. Probably.
Huge Fallout fan, so this seems right up my alley. Yeah, Sarge, if you like Fallout, I think you'll greatly enjoy this. Not Hawthorne, that isn't my ship. How do I get this resolved?
You'll want to take it up with Udom Bedford, our board representative here on Groundbreaker. His office is located along the starboard wall of the promenade. Shines like a Byzantium commode. You can't miss it.
Any idea why my ship was impounded?
Access to that information is above my pay grade, and I've turned down 3 promotions, so it stays that way. I shouldn't be mentioning it, but what the hell? This here, impounding your ship, it doesn't happen much. The board knows we don't take kindly to their interfering in our operations. If I had to take a guess as to why, you must have riled up someone important.
Huh. I'll go talk to him and straighten this out.
You take the starch out of him, well, you won't hear any complaints from me. Oh, and if you're headed that way, would you mind doing me a favor?
Sure.
Wanda Dorset over in sickbay, tell her the shipment's not in yet. It's not coming in anytime soon, and if she'd be so obliged to get off my ass about it.
Alright, Jesus. For shipment?
A handful of SAM cleaning units retrofitted for surgery. I don't know much else. I stopped listening when she started yelling.
Got it.
Much appreciated. Is there anything else I can help you with?
Look for find a job around here. Between the board and groundbreaker. Seems like there's some tension.
You noticed, huh?
Sharp like that. Yeah, it's hard to miss.
They can't abide an independent township, especially not one they gotta depend on. We're the first and last stop out of this colony. All their interstellar freighters come through us, and we skim a few bits off the top and manifest processing fees with every one.
Nice.
Folks around here will bluster that the board hates our freedom, but really, they know we can stop their out-system shipments anytime we like, and that terrifies them.
It's got a real fucking expanse filter thing going on here. Keep pushing them. Yeah, fuck the corporations.
It's a delicate balance, right? We could cancel their freighters' docking privileges in retaliation, but where'd that lead us? They got assault cruisers, gunships, and a handful of mining operations at their fingertips.
Yeah,
If we
fuck
push
them.
them too hard, maybe they decide we'd be better in 10 trillion little pieces. Or they cobble together a new groundbreaker and put us out of business.
The board wouldn't do that. Would they?
The board is necessary to provide order to the colony. They believe it's their prerogative to overrun you. But whether you allow that is up to you.
It's a tough line to walk, no doubt about that. But we make do all right. So far, anyway.
I'm looking for someone named Gladys.
The fence. You'll find her in the rest and go, on your left when you enter the promenade. Make sure you bring an empty belly.
Okay. Can I find a job around here?
Maybe. Most of the shipping traffic in the system passes through Groundbreaker. Every couple of months, we even get a big interstellar freighter. Two biggest operations are the board. That is, Halcyon Holdings and Sublight Salvage. But there are independent operators around the promenade deck. Most of those jobs are going to take you off station, though.
I'm looking for something a little more local.
Commandant Sanita might have a couple of folks she needs killed. Bad folks, I mean. not regular folks. She'll be at the security desk behind me. Chief Junlei might have an errand needs running. She's all tied up trying to fix our heat problem. You'll find her in engineering.
No kidding? I'd love to get a look at this old girl's innards. I bet they're real twisty and weird. In a good way.
She is 100% Kaylee from Firefly. How about something long-term?
If you're thinking to make a career here, don't waste your time. Full-time jobs on Groundbreaker tend to be inherited, or go to a fellow crew member's kid. Keep it in the family, you know.
I think there were many independent operators in the system.
Relative to the board holdings? Not really. But there's a few with the means to go where they will. They aren't rich, but they aren't likely to look too close at your work history either.
Nice. How does Halcyon Holdings work anyway?
Are you pulling my leg?
I just want to hear your take on it.
Goes like this. Back on Earth, before the crossing, the powers that be were selling off stakes in distant star systems they thought had potential. A bunch of companies decided to throw in together and form the Halcyon Holdings Corporation, then buy up the rights to this here colony. That group's what we now call the board.
How does a groundbreaker fit into that?
Groundbreaker was one of the original colony vessels to come over on the crossing, a few years before her sister ship, the Hope. Once everybody'd been de-thawed and dropped dirt side, the original crew of the Groundbreaker decided they rather liked the spacefaring life. I guess that was the start of our independent spirit. Now, here we are.
Okay, so the groundbreaker was the ship that came in before my ship. So the board runs most of the system.
Yep. Groundbreaker's the only real independent port. Aside from us, there's just tramp freighters and wildcat miners. Seems like every year the board's offices get bigger and their ships take up more of the landing bays. Haven't seen nearly as many tramp crews this year.
Actually a boardroom somewhere?
Sitting around drinking whiskey and smoking cigars, yeah, probably. Can't say for sure, of course. Doubt I'll ever see the inside of it myself. Glad to help.
What do you know about sublight salvage?
They strip the parts from derelict ships and abandoned outposts. There's some that say they make the derelicts and encourage folks to abandon their steads. Sublight gives me the creeps. I've known folks who went to work for them and just vanished. They're on the promenade run by a woman named Lilia Hagen. I'm only telling you so you know to avoid them. All right.
Any recommendations for a drink?
Most places are on the promenade deck. Big door yonder, straight through security. There's a bar on the starboard side. I got a preference for the Lost Hope myself. Talk to Vera. She'll set you right.
All right.
If you need anything else, you let me know. Don't want anyone saying Groundbreaker's not the most hospitable port in the colony.
What can you tell me about Bedford?
He's friendly enough unless you speak ill of the board. Get the sense he doesn't care for Groundbreaker much. Not that he would, being a board man and all. He's our liaison. Sure thing.
All right, see you around.
Be seeing you.
Thanks for telling me everything. All right, so that's security where I can go talk to what's or nuts.
Here we go again. No one lives on Monarch. It's a wasteland. You were hearing things.
No, seriously. There was a lot of static at first, but then this voice said his name was Graham?
Graham, right. Broadcasting on a dead world full of monsters. Now I've heard everything.
You know, it takes more muscles to frown than to
I get a
smile.
feeling I'm gonna end up going there.
Who told you that, Graham?
All right, let me go grab this weapon real quick, and then I'll come back here and talk to the security. So this is not the way. You were hoping for a word?
If I could trouble you for a moment of your time, while we're on the Groundbreaker, I may have an idea for how we could find a translator.
You know someone who can read the book?
I've been thinking on that. There's a former infamous philosopher scholar who fled Terra 2 some years ago. He's an expert on Bakonu. He's also who told me of the journal's presence in Emerald Vale. If anyone in this colony could translate that book, it would be him.
Former what now?
You caught me. Listen, the OSI frowns on fraternization with philosophists. I'd like to keep my associations with our scholar friend quiet.
Alright, sounds like a good lead. How do we find him?
That's a good question.
I know, that's why I asked it.
Fortunately, we're in the perfect place to start. This is where I'd go if I wanted to get off Terra 2. Great place to pick up a ride to Hephaestus, Scylla, even Monarch. All I need is access to a data cartridge from the security terminal. Their easily hackable system keeps a registry of all crew manifests for both arrivals and departures.
How is a simple vicar who happens to be such a highly skilled hacker?
Before I transferred to Edgewater, I had a wealth of time to develop certain secular skills during my years serving a particular penitentiary flock. I meditated, read sermons, provided guidance to the inmates as needed, of course. I also played prison yard tossball and taught myself a bit about computronic security systems.
Why does it have a feeling this dude was actually in prison? Like he was one of the inmates. Alright, sounds good.
Thank you, Captain.
This is Halcyon News.
How do I get down to... This thing is at... Holy shit.
Try not to be distracted by the glare of the adverts. Lots of unsavory types about.
Ooh, can we rent an upstairs room?
Oh, that's Gladys. That's not where I want to go yet. But I was looking for... Apparently the smuggler acquired several leads. Oh, okay. I'm gonna go back here and talk to the security chick first. I gotta do a couple of things through Gladys. Oh. Quest objective recovery if caught inside UAV shot on sight using a disguise will prevent immediate hostiles.
Security. I can check the departures registry to find out which crew the Scholar shipped in and out with.
How am I supposed to get a disguise?
Huh?
How do I use that thing? Huh.
Unless you're here to file an incident report or to inquire about the bounty posting, I must kindly ask you to clear out. The Mardet's offices aren't for leisure time nor loitering.
I'm interested in that MacRed bounty.
Last tip we got pointed toward the back bays. You want the reward? Do the legwork.
I'll take the posting.
You and about 6 other enterprising mavericks. It's only a matter of time before someone brings me MacRed's head, or his lucky lighter, as proof of kill. I do hope you're the lucky hunter, though. Good luck and skip speed to you.
Why do you hope I'm the lucky one? What bounties do you have available?
Still waiting to hear back on that bounty for MacRed. That aside, not much else. Groundbreaker's keeping calm at the moment.
Couldn't help but notice a bounty posted on Phineas Wells.
The outlaw scientist fella, right. The board's had it out for him for ages. If you have an inkling of the wheres or what fors of his location, Udon Bedford would surely like to hear it.
Is he a famous criminal or something?
To the board, yeah. You've read his wanted poster. Whole list of things to get their unders in a wad. But he's never done nothing to Groundbreaker, so I've no problem with him. We keep the poster up to keep the peace is all.
I like working security detail.
Do I look like your gossipy best friend? While I'm on post, I take my duties real serious. I would have no qualms whatsoever escorting you to a cell. Understand?
You're welcome to fucking try. So then, later, over drinks?
Don't make me laugh on duty. Sets a bad example for the rookies.
Uh-huh. What's a Mardet?
We're the security force here on Groundbreaker. Started back before the crossing, you know.
Why Mardet, not guard or officer?
The original force was made up of a Marine detachment from the 77th Marine Expeditionary Unit, Trailward Fleet.
Ah.
Folks started calling us Mardets because it was easier to say. Guess it stuck.
I'll be on my way.
How goes
But there was
the
other
hunt?
options.
I've been ruminating on it, and I decided, if you ain't killed MacRed yet, I want you to hurt him a little before you do. Nothing excessive, mind you, but the scoundrel deserves a light beating at least before he kicks off.
I want to talk to you about something else.
Have at it then.
Oh, I guess that was it. So... how the hell do I get a
Haven't seen
disguise?
you around before. What can Groundbreaker security do for you today?
I could use some work. Any pointers?
Chief Tennyson don't generally hire outsiders for station jobs, but you could try asking at Sublight Salvage. They got an office on the far end of the promenade deck. Anything else I can help you with, mister?
I'd really like to get back there.
We can't just let anyone walk in here. I wouldn't be, well, it's not... we just don't. Maybe if you clear an open bounty and get in good with Commandant Sunita, or help Chief Tennyson fix this heat, that might warrant a thank you tour or something.
Okay. Alright, so now I know how to get in there. Back to my other questions. I've already learned about the other stuff. Alright, so I'll see you around. I don't think there was anything special back in here.
Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story. The board would like to remind spacers and other travelers that passage to Monarch is restricted for your protection.
This place is awesome, man.
Rizzo's Purple Berry Fudge, a soft, sour, candy shell, aroma, sweet purple berry flavored center.
Alright. Go talk to... what's her name? Mardette, I think? What's this guy?
How do you do? And welcome to the Rest and Go. We used to be the Go and Rest, but folks never knew when to leave. Sorry. Business has been slow. Anything to occupy the time.
Do you do business with the Promenade merchants?
Of course. Most of our supplies come and go through merchants. Company ships and salvage runs are the only traffic we tend to get. I try and steer clear of that creepy fellow in the moon mask. If there's a cost to being a company man, he paid it in spades.
Huh. I already know where she is, but I'm looking for Gladys.
Oh, you can't miss her. Right behind you, number 2. First unit on the left, or second unit from the right, depending on which direction you count from.
Thanks, Milo. How's life on the Groundbreaker?
Fine, as long as the board keeps its grubby mitts to itself. Chief Tennyson holds the ship together, the Promenade holds our economy together, and Sublight is the shoddy jewel in our rusty old crown.
How does Groundbreaker keep the board at bay?
Our Chief Tennyson has an independent streak, same as her mother and grandmother who rode this ship on the crossing. There's a reason the board's embassy is a glorified shoebox. While Junlei Tennyson lives and breathes, Groundbreaker remains free.
I like Tennyson already. Mentioned Sublight.
Our local garbage collectors. That Lilia Hagen never met a debris field she didn't like. She freely admits she planted her roots in Groundbreaker to escape board oversight. But I think there's more to it. She's unusual in the head, that one.
Alright, I'll be on my way. Oh boy.
Coming back.
Come on. Okay. Come out here.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story.
Stay there.
Tossball finals
No.
are scheduled to air
Stay
soon,
there.
but a scandal has rocked the league in both teams have
Why are you not holding?
for performance-enhancing stims. A tossball first. Coaches and referees are debating how and if this
Okay, that. Do a little quick save. Go key card to unlock. Okay. Steal all the things. Of course there's somebody in here. Bathrooms. Yes, exactly, Ty. What's in here? Motherfuckers are sleeping back in here? Squatters journal. Alright, so we got squatters. Oh shit, does this go like super deep into the ship? Oh shit. Quick save here real quick. What is this area? See weapons in there. Like a body as well. Hey Murph, it's going pretty damn good so far. Still really enjoying this. I finally made it to the groundbreaker. Only took me like 5 hours to get here.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story. Do you want to defend your corporate township from the dangers of alien wildlife and the unemployed?
All right, go talk to Gladys.
Applying for military training and lend your life to protecting our wonderful brides and trouble.
Bless my heart. A stranger come knocking on a poor old woman's door. You here for a particular reason? Or did the neighbors tell you how good my sugar cookies are? Made without a single natural ingredient or an oven. Just like store-bought.
Murph, I sided with the outcasts, or deserters, whatever. Navigate to Cellar Bay. Let me see what you got first.
Won a charming copper kettle off that girl who runs the pub. She's a fierce arm wrestler, but she's no match for your pal Gladys.
Why are these locked? Restricted item, huh? Better murder data pad. I wonder what that's for. I have a feeling I should probably buy both of these things. $6,200, god damn! No, that's what I want. Oh, let's that. Might want to keep that for one of my companions. Do I have any melee shit to get rid of? No. Alright, all junk. She's got that hammer that's pretty good. What's his... His melee damage is 90. Her melee damage is 61. Does 82, that only does 68. This does acid damage though. Yeah, I'll give that to him. No, I haven't gotten any new armor for him yet. Finding archive. What is that? Oh, that's not what I wanted.